Hey, how you going? Sam and Kirsty here.
Hey.
We wanted to just welcome you. Thanks for clicking on this video. And we hope that all is well and things are going great. But tonight we just want to talk to you about community. And Kirsty and I were talking the other day in the car that community and stuff is more than a social gathering and more than just, getting together because we want to be social or like for the sake of it. And so today we wanted to talk to you about the real deep things about community that really can change your life. What were your thoughts on what you said, something about being stuck in your pajamas for 6 months?
Oh my gosh. I was saying to Samuel that I'm a sanguine personality, right? So I love a good party. I love a good coffee day. I just love to be around people. And I was saying to Samuel, I'm like, I feel like I've almost lost my personality because I've been so used to this last 3 to 4 months of COVID in just being in my jammies and making my own coffee and having a party with my toddler that now having a shower and putting makeup on is an effort, and that is not okay because we all need showers every day, people. And I know that you have not been showering every day because neither have I some days. So sometimes we just got to be a little bit vulnerable. But I was just a little bit disappointed in myself because I've allowed this time to change who I am, but not in a way for good. It's just I've become almost lazy. Do you know what I mean? And I haven't reached out to my team and my support. And I was explaining to Samuel that give me that kick up the bum. Tell me to get out of the house and get out of my jammies because soon enough, all of these restrictions are going to be completely lifted, which is an absolute miracle. Life can go on again and we can party and we can have coffee outside, which we can now, which is great. Yeah. But that feeling of I couldn't be bothered is so evident because I know I'm feeling the I couldn't be bothered. So we just wanted to have a chat about that, didn't we?
Yeah. I mean,
what about you?
The whole shower thing, I don't know. I had a shower every day, so I don't know what she's talking about.
Mum life, okay. What?
Nah, I'm joking.
Yeah, okay, dads gets to have a shower every single day. Rightio.
Sometimes two.
Welcome to mum life.
I think the conversation we were having too, because I seen this season as a way to develop good habits, but also to develop bad habits, if we're going to be honest. There's a lot of good habits that me and Kirsty have worked on and tried to do when we go back to normal to be better people, to do better things for people. But there's a lot of bad habits do I really want to, do I care about hanging out with anyone? Do I really want to go do that?
Yeah.
Do I need to go to church anymore? Do I need to do all this other stuff that we used to do? I remember complaining to Kirsty because all of a sudden restrictions were getting lifted and the roads were full again of cars. And I'm like, can everyone just go home so I can just get straight to where I need to go? But why we wanted to have this conversation tonight is we just wanted to open our hearts, and we had a conversation about this, is that community or meeting with others is so much more than social.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a bunch of places you can go and it's social, and it's great to have social life and have a social aspect to your life. But the community we're talking about is far greater than social.
Absolutely.
If you look at the scriptures and how Jesus operated, how Jesus had, people around him, it was more than social.
Yeah.
It was something great. It was even beyond a family aspect.
Yeah.
And I just want to say tonight, if you're watching this, don't think, I don't feel like being social anymore. I don't feel like reconnecting with people because of the social aspect.
Yeah.
Social's fun and we get all that. But there is a massive, I think, favor or blessing or whatever you want to call it, a higher feeling when you actually connect with another human in a real way.
Yeah, spiritually.
Spiritually, conversations.
Absolutely.
There's a lot going on in the world right now, as you know, with division and people fighting, and there's just a lot of chaos. That just, not the social aspect of it, that's just not healthy for anyone to be divided and to be, separated. And so for us to be in positions where we can, have conversations with people, we can, talk to people, let them heal their hearts, open up, the question about, are you loved? Do you feel okay? Is everything going all right? how do you feel, and have that conversation.
Yeah.
Meeting together as a community is far, like I said, greater than social.
Absolutely.
And so tonight I want to say, as things go back to normal, don't avoid like the dinners, or don't avoid the I want to get out of the house, or don't avoid, even church. Like people go, oh yeah, church isn't just a Sunday. And sure, we agree with that. We are the church.
Yeah.
But it's not about going to church just because it's a Sunday and that's our whole religion or whatever you call it. It's about taking that time out of your week to meet with other people that can potentially speak life into your life.
Absolutely.
Can, bring healing around your soul by just talking to you, opening up conversations.
Yeah.
And you got to understand that community is far greater than social outings.
Yeah.
There's just so much more levels to it.
Absolutely.
And so Kirsten and I were talking about that, when we go back to normal, it's not going back to normal.
Yeah, and it's not having those basic surface conversations. We're not talking about the, hey, how you doing? How's COVID? Haha, I can't get out of the house. It's like, I don't know if you're on TikTok, all the TikTok fans, I know,
no showers and watches TikTok.
We're youth pastors. It's for research purposes, duh. And there's all these funny TikToks about how, like, you go to the supermarket now and you're literally having the same conversation with the people that you're seeing in Coles, because that's all, that's all you know to do. And, we want to encourage you, have those personal, deep conversations, like, because that is what's going to heal this world. That's what's going to heal your heart. Before COVID, we were having, these beautiful conversations with our teams and our people, and we've got to continue that. We've got to continue these conversations. Us as the church and us as who we are in society, we have a voice, and we have this incredible freedom in our country to be able to speak to people in such a vulnerable and real way that conversations are what's going to heal this world, and what's going to heal what's going in your heart. Sometimes it just takes that one person to go, hey, tell me a story, or hey, how are you actually genuinely feeling? Not just like, how's COVID? We're never going to get out of it. Like, do you know what I mean? Because we don't know how to communicate because we've been cut off from, face-to-face communication. So, we just want to encourage that conversation. Like, you can still message and you can still do all your things on social, but let's really encourage each other to get out, and let's actually deeply go into each other's hearts and how we're actually feeling, because COVID, for some, I know that I've been able to have, these beautiful, vulnerable conversations where it's been really hard. And, and if they just kept that to themselves, that's only going to fester, and that's only going to get, more of a bigger problem, and can create things in the future for your own heart and your own health that is just not healthy. So let's just be real and bare and just go, hey, like, I don't care about the basic surface conversations. I want these deep, gorgeous, vulnerable conversations that are not only going to heal your heart but mine too. Do you know what I mean? Because we don't know how each other's feeling. I could be feeling the exact same way you are, but because I'm too scared to voice my opinion or voice what I'm feeling because of opinions, it ends up creating more problems in the future for your own health.
That's true.
Yeah.
And it's so true. Like, it's weird how, like, people bring so many problems, but without people, we can't solve our problems.
Yeah.
And I just want to touch on what's happening at the moment. As long as we keep everything social, there'll always be issues. There'll always be issues about different, sexual preference, color, skin. There'll always be an issue if we keep things social. If we go beyond that and go to heart-to-heart conversations, other human beings, other people that exist, have stories, have families, have, like, real-life journeys. We don't just see these as social issues. We see this as there's a human race issue. And I want to say that we've made it our duty that, as much as we can, that we want to open up the conversation and realize we're not going to come out of COVID and just keep it basic and just have basic conversations. We want to have deep, meaningful conversations. We want to hear people's stories. We want to, maybe someone else's story could heal ours. Like, there's so many other aspects to it. So if you're watching this now and you're thinking, oh yeah, I just thought, we're going back to normal and let's socialize. I think community is far deeper than just a social outing. Church is so much deeper than just a social outing. In fact, social gets boring after a while. It's the same old, like you said, in the shopping center. It's just social. To go into meaningful and deep relationships with other human beings, regardless of their background, regardless of where they come from, is where real power and real unity comes together. And if you want to live a life that I consider the ultimate goal and being rich and full, that's being able to listen to somebody else. And also sharing, your heart, not just, surface level thinking, but like deeply having a conversation and going, you know what, regardless of everything, you matter, your story matters, and we can have this conversation and come together as a community, regardless of our backgrounds, regardless of what we've done, a community that's beyond a social outing, beyond a social gathering.
Samuel and I are the youth pastors of Coastside Church, and we've we've been so blessed to be able to be a part of this current generation's upbringing, and the way that they've been communicating with us is that they are just yearning for youth to be back and for church to be back, because they're the generation that is social media focused, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? And even they are like, just give me real people, like social's great, but give me real people. And I know that you're probably thinking the exact same thing. It's not just a older generation needing people. Our young people need us so desperately, because it's hard on every age group. Isolation is hard on everybody. 100%. Samuel and I have a 2-year-old. And he
hates it.
And he hates it. He's so much like his mother. It's great.
He doesn't shower. He doesn't shower for 2 days either.
He has to. He's a toddler. If he doesn't have a bath, multiple baths a day, it's all over.
It's true.
Right down to a 2-year-old. He misses his people. Do you know what I mean? I remember when the first time we took him to the park, when all the parks opened, I've never seen a kid more happy. Like, this kid loves food, and food took a backseat to the park, he was just, And
seeing the other kids.
And the kids, people, even toddlers need their little humans.
There's some higher connection, isn't there?
It's just bigger than our thinking. Connection with each other is way bigger than we can ever comprehend.
100%.
So if we could just be on the journey of comprehending it, then we're on the right track. Exactly. So
so that's all. We just wanted to touch base and
open a conversation
about it. If you have any thoughts, feel free to write them in the comments.
Absolutely.
But if we just leave you with one thing, we just want to say, don't be scared to get back out there and have real conversations, and don't waste this opportunity to just go back to a surface social life. Go back and go, what difference can I make at Woolworths? What difference can I actually ask the clerk how they're generally doing, and can I actually speak life everywhere I walk?
Absolutely.
That's what's going to change the world, and that's what's going to heal the world.
Absolutely.
Is us being willing to just speak life wherever we go.
Absolutely.
Regardless of what we think, regardless of our beliefs or preference, speaking life wherever we went. Jesus did the same thing.
Absolutely.
So we want to encourage you with that. Hope you were blessed and hope that you got a lot out of it. We miss you all so much, and we just can't wait. We just can't wait to see many faces we haven't seen, and just reconnect with those that we've missed for a while. So love you heaps, and thanks for watching.
Bye.
See you guys.